Getting out of debt isn't easy. Sometimes it takes everything you've got to pay your bills on time and put money away for an emergency. However, if you just pay your creditors the minimal amount due, you run the risk of sliding into debt traps from which it may take you months or years to escape. The good news is that we have several debt relief options that won't make you miserable. You can change your spending habits to make extra payments towards your bills each month. Or you can restructure your accounts with a debt consolidation loan or balance transfer credit card. Adopting the debt snowball method or using financial windfalls to pay off your balances faster are two more potential options. Or as a last resort, you can settle your debts for less than what you owe. Well, the best approach for you will depend on your particular circumstances and financial objectives. With that being said, if you're ready to get out of debt, stick with me as I take you through 10 of the most feasible side hustles in 2023. Number 1. Pay more than the minimum payment. Examine your spending plan to determine how much extra you can contribute to your debt. By paying more than the minimum, you can reduce your interest costs and pay off your debt faster. Let's assume you owe $15,000 on a credit card with a $450 minimum payment and a 17% APR. It will take approximately 4 years to pay off the balance if you merely make the minimum payment. You'll end up paying interest totaling around $5,500. You could pay off the loan in less than 3 years and only accrue $4,100 in interest if you made $550 a month, or $100 more than the required payment. Paying more than the required minimum helps your credit card's main debt get paid off faster. Plan to make the additional payment before the current billing cycle's deadline. It can also be added to the monthly minimum payment. Number 2. Attempt the debt snowball method. You can also try the debt snowball strategy if you're paying more than the required minimum. This debt repayment method asks you to make the minimum payment on all your debts, except for the smallest one, which you'll pay as much as you can. You can swiftly pay off your smallest debt by snowballing payments toward it. Then move on to the next smallest loan while making minimum payments on the rest. Assume you owe $5,000 on your credit card, $1,000 on your automobile, and $10,000 on your student loan. The auto loan would be the first to be paid off using the debt snowball strategy because its overall balance is the lowest. The debt snowball approach can encourage you to concentrate on one debt at a time rather than several, which will help you gain momentum and maintain your course. If you have a payday loan or a title loan, you should rule out the debt snowball strategy as a possible solution. These loans should be repaid as quickly as possible because their interest rates are typically substantially higher, between 300 and 400% APR on average. When you use the debt snowball strategy, results come immediately, inspiring you to keep going. List your outstanding debt balances in ascending order, starting with the lowest. Continue paying the minimum amount owed on each of your bills and apply any additional funds to the debt with the lowest balance until it is all paid off. Use the next smallest debt on the list to repeat this process. Number 3. Refinance your debt. Debt consolidation can help you pay off debt more quickly and save you hundreds of dollars in interest. Mortgages, vehicle loans, personal loans, and student loans can all be refinanced. A debt consolidation loan, a personal loan that can have lower interest rates than your current loans, is one option to accomplish this. If you owe money on credit cards, you might also think about shifting the debt to a balance transfer card. For a set period, usually between 6 and 18 months, these cards carry 0% APR. You can refinance to acquire a cheaper interest rate, a fixed loan term, and a predictable monthly payment, which will help you accomplish the job fast. Find out which debt consolidation solutions are best by doing some research. Get pre-approved if you decide to take out a debt consolidation loan to get the best interest rate. If you decide on a balance transfer card, be sure you have the funds available to settle the balance in full before the end of the promotional period. Number 4. Commit windfalls to debt. Instead of putting money in your bank account or treating yourself to a luxury when you receive a tax refund or stimulus check, pay off your debt. You can choose to spend the entire windfall or divide it equally between pleasurable expenditures like a future vacation or pricey dinner in debt. You can also use other unanticipated gains to reduce debt more quickly, such as inheritances, work bonuses, and cash gifts. Keep in mind that every little dollar counts toward your debt reduction objectives. Using financial windfalls wisely creates motivation for debt repayment. To avoid the temptation to overspend, Decide how you'll use the money and instantly apply the amount you select to your debt balances. Number 5. Settle for less than you owe. You can also call your creditors and negotiate a settlement for your obligations, usually for a lot less than you owe. Although you may handle this on your own, several independent businesses also charge for debt settlement services. Although it may seem smart to pay less than you owe and get rid of old debts, there are some risks, according to the Federal Trade Commission. To start some debt settlement businesses request that you stop making payments on your bills while you negotiate better terms, which can have a negative effect on your credit score. By doing this, you'll just have to pay a percentage of your debt, and you'll be able to move on knowing that you've paid off those creditors. Contact your creditors to offer settlements, and if they agree, get the terms in writing, or you can get the job done for you by hiring a trustworthy debt settlement firm. Number 6. Review your financial plan. You can either make money or cut back on spending to pay off your debts more quickly. You might not be able to start a side business or work a part-time job, but you can change your spending. Start by looking at each item in your spending plan and arranging them based on their level of importance. Give each line item a need or want classification, highlighting the costs that can be cut or eliminated. Make the necessary adjustments to your spending plan and then use the extra cash to pay more each month toward your debts. You can make short-term financial sacrifices to raise money that can be utilized to reduce your debts fast. Analyze your budget to identify areas where you can cut costs. In your spending plan, transfer these funds to your debt payoff fund and use them to make extra payments on your bills each month. The bonds of debt bondage might be hard to escape, but by employing these techniques, you can start taking steps toward debt relief and a better financial outlook. Once your balances are paid in full, just be sure to understand how you first fell into debt and change your behavior to stop yourself from going through the same cycle again. Alright guys, that's all for today. If you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button for more.